bring them out, they do all their works in this time
for
the 2 weeks,
yeah.
and then squeeze them in the berth. So here's another happy customer coming out. Nice boat.
This is the Ben Taylor Podcast, the home of marine industry insights. Enjoy. Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of the Ben Taylor Podcast. This is quite a cool episode. It should be really, really good. We're cruising down and we're about to go past Boatworks. It's a big shipyard. We're going to hear all about it. I'm here with Shane, who works at the yard. So Shane, set some context.
I know.
What's Boatworks? What's the crack?
All right, we're on our way, so I've got a little bit to go, but a little bit of history of the Boatworks and the family. So they built Dreamworld, which is a family that did a lot in the Coomera, now obviously expanding into the marine industry. Rodney's the owner of Riviera, which we all know, and Riviera is the neighbouring property to the Boatworks.
Yeah, they're all together. There's quite a few shipyards, all in like one ecosystem, one town, and Boatworks is.
So we got Riviera.
We
got Riviera on one side. Yeah. So it's family owned, Longhurst family, and then we've got the Boatworks on the left-hand side of it, and we're on 52 acres of land. We run 100 tenants. To give you a bit of a background, 5 straddle carriers, up to 300 ton, and a submersible lift for catamarans.
And then when you say all these tenants, it's quite an interesting concept where you're a completely open shipyard. You've got different independent businesses all in one location.
Yeah.
So the boats in dry dock, etc., can say, look, which suppliers do you want to use? That's completely up to them. Yeah. You guys don't kind of control that. No.
So we do all the lifting, water blaster, own the property, and basically we just say, hey, that boat will go in that shed. Boat comes out. The tenants do the work on it, and then from there, there's outside contractors which obviously have to be licensed and so on and insured.
Yeah.
And we still rely on them as well because there's so many boats out of the water. It can be like 400 or 500 boats out of the water at a time that need to be serviced. I mean, some of it's storage as well, but we need as many trades as we can,
and
that keeps up quite. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the a bit of wider context.
Yeah.
Why is this particular location so key for kind of yachting in Australia in total? Because there's not that many places where you can have so much support and suppliers to look after a boat.
Yeah. Well,
what's the context?
The good thing, it's a marine precinct, so that was, I can't remember the time it opened, but in one street there's there's Gold Coast City Marina, Riviera, the Boatworks on just in one side of the road, and then we've got all the different marine trades running all the way up to Waterways Drive.
Yeah.
So they're all in the precinct. So if you're not leasing from a yard or a marina sort of area, then you can be in the area close. So that's basically most of the stuff in the streets all marine based.
Yeah. And so where are these yachts when they normally, what's the cruising grounds they might be interested in? How far is the reach for why they actually come along to Boatworks?
They can go up to Asia, all around the world, but most of the time, some of the stuff that comes from Sydney up to the Whitsundays, back down. Sometimes leave the Whitsundays. Sometimes I stay at the Whitsundays, or they'll get out of cyclone season. They don't want to risk that.
Right. Yeah.
So then they'll head back down the coast, in and out of different anchorages on the way, or harbours, and then back down to Sydney Harbour. So a lot of them are travelling back and forwards with the seasons.
Right. Yeah. And so, what can we expect to see? What's the what do we like to see as we pass through?
A lot of nice boats.
A lot of nice boats. Yeah, that's a good start.
Which we all love to see.
Yeah.
It's one of these things. Every when you go on holidays, I always seem to end up at a marina or a boatyard, but that's the way it goes, isn't it?
Yeah. And so let's talk about this waterway in terms of accessibility. How important is it, and what's the access route from open water into the yard?
It's an hour and a half from the seaway.
You just caught a fish there.
Oh, it's a good one too.
It is a decent fish. Sorry to interrupt.
No, don't be silly.
I'm a bit obsessed with wildlife whilst I'm out here. Look at that.
Okay, one good thing, there's no crocodiles here.
Yeah, there's no crocodiles, but there's pelicans.
Yeah, there's pelicans. There's plenty of bull sharks in this river, but
really,
it's as it runs up. This river ends up at the base of sort of the base of Mount Tambourine, so it goes into brackish water. And it's
Right,
quite
yeah.
wide, and it's deep. Like it runs at 3.5 meters LOA.
Right, yeah.
The low tide. So it's sufficient for the boats to come up and down. So we've got the, and then it's surrounded by waterfront properties. So you got Hope Island Resort, which is on our left.
You got loads of these. They're beautiful.
Yeah, Hope Island Resort starts here on the left. Sanctuary Cove, which we've just seen the boat show at.
Yeah.
I mean, there's thousands of homes and waterfronts there, and then the Gold Coast in itself's full of waterfront properties, as you've probably seen.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, we live in a definitely one of the best places, I reckon.
Yeah, nice place. And how does that fit into whilst work's being done, what the crew can get up to? Because there's some destinations where the crew are kind of just left with low down the pecking order in priorities. What's it like for them around here?
Well, the good thing is now we partner up with a lot of the marinas around here. Sanctuary Cove, so they go to once they've done their work in the yard, they'll go from our place, because we're just casual work first. We go from our house. Seems that is sometimes not my house. From there. Goes from our place to Sanctuary Cove, and the owner might come on board. You've got nice restaurants.
Yeah.
They've got a really good system there where when you go in the marina, you get the intercontinental pool. I thought I just saw a shark then too, by the way. It's funny, right in front. But get the intercontinental pool, so they can sit there and swim, and that's good for the crew. And the crew get golf, gym membership while they're there, which is a country club.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So they've got a good setup. So they're set up the river, and definitely good restaurants. And then we go further down. You got Southport Yacht Club. The big mega yacht berth.
Yeah, I was there the other day.
It's awesome.
Really, really cool.
One of the best things they've done for the Gold Coast, bring some big boats in.
Yeah, 135 metre capacity, right?
Yeah. Been a lot going to there. And then...
And then that's literally like opposite an awesome surf stretch beach.
You're on. I was going to say then the enjoyable part about that when the boat's there, whether the owner's there or not, or the owner comes in and out, you've got main beach, service paradise. And most people on super yachts would go down that way. They're all surfers. They love the water.
Yeah, of course.
And then that's close to that. So as we run and then we go back to us when they stay with us, we've got theme parks where 25 minutes from the surf. So we've got cars and courtesy cars they can use.
Yeah.
So it's the best of both worlds. I mean, we are a working yard.
It's big as well. If you've got hundreds of boats out of the water, all the crew are with other crew, and there's a crew lounge area and a bit of a space for them to socialise and chill out in.
The properties surrounded by fruit trees and herb gardens and veggie gardens and bits and pieces, and then we've got barbecue areas. Yeah. So the chefs love it because they go and handpick a lot of the bits and pieces. Yeah. I don't really know much about.
Test out some recipes. Keep the crew happy.
My wife gives me a list, and I get that. We got a full-time gardener, and I get Doug to tell me where it is, and then I'll do a cutting for it. So I'm not the best gardener, but yeah. So and around that, so when they're staying on board, they're really they mix and mingle, and a lot of the people know each other because they come off different boats, and the captains can change jobs at times, so that it's like, it's not its own little world, but it's
it helps to be surrounding people also in the industry, similar situations, share knowledge, have a bit of fun together, happy days.
So we are. I mean, the Gold Coast, as I said, we're out of the cyclone area. We're in the perfect spot to do a refit. We've got to remember some of these refits, even if it's something small. Just if it's out for a basic job, it's out for a couple of weeks. And then a refit can be 6 to 12 months. Yeah,
it's a while. You're going to be based here. Yeah.
So they'll get, like there's crew houses and accommodation. A lot of times if they're going to be a little while, they'll go into a crew house. So like an Airbnb, and we do have a couple of like proper crew houses that's what they're for. So they concentrate on that. Yeah. We've got a big, like, really nice luxury houseboat on site, and that's a crew house boat. So there's accommodation there as well. But we're looking at accommodation down the track.
And you mentioned it briefly, but like the weather risk here. There was a weather event reasonably recently. Did that have like little to no impact, or was it something
we had two weather events. No one will go grey, but because it always seems they seem to happen at Christmas. But the last one was a lot of rain and or the cyclone, but it you know, it's what do you call it? It wasn't as strong as we thought, but you still got to prepare for that because we didn't know.
Yeah, of course.
So we, you know, when you've got that many boats, a good thing we set up our boats so if the weather event comes where with that many boats, we just can't. So they're set nearly to be in a cyclone.
Yeah.
Around that, you just go the extra precautions on top of that.
Yeah.
So and then we had that like it was, I can't remember the year, but the previous time that was that typhoon type thing that come through. There's a word for it, but it come through the Gold Coast and it wiped out like areas and bounced. There's spots at home. I'm not far.
Yeah.
But there was areas on the golf courses where it ripped out big, massive 100-year-old fig trees, and then across the road, there's in someone's frangipani tree. That's one of our sort of tropical plants.
Right. Okay. Right. Yeah.
They still had the bauble sitting on there for Christmas.
Man.
So it jumped around. So when it hit with impact, and it made a real mess of the areas it went. It just wiped out.
Right,
so,
yeah, but really close by, it'd be absolutely fine.
Well, we had to come through here, but it depends on what level.
From your perspective, it's you got to be ready for it. You got to be ready for anything, and then.
Well, funny thing, we weren't ready for that. So it just turned up on Christmas night the year before.
It's out of nowhere, just
like at 6, 7 o'clock at night. It just turned up and just come through the Gold Coast. Not a boat damaged. Flags didn't look good afterwards, but.
Right, but the boats are all right. They're protected, safe in the yard. Yeah.
So now we're heading through the marine precinct. So Gold Coast City Marina on the right-hand side.
Yeah, yeah. It was cool. We were on a little industry tour thing the other day.
Yeah, that would have been
going
before
on the coaches, going through everything. Yeah, yeah. But you get an idea of the scale and the setups and everything. It's so impressive.
So have you seen now? There's 2 yards, and look at the amount of boats. So the Gold Coast is pretty. We're nailing it for the. We're nailing it for the marine industry, really. Like it's. You know, you got boats here, but I'm full, so I can't put any more boats in with that capacity.
Yeah.
So this is on the right is Riviera. That's the home of Riviera.
Yeah.
One of the best boats they've built in my eyes too. But
yeah, huge brand, so well respected, and
they
especially in the Aussie market, it's just
you get on them and
pretty prolific. Yeah.
They're like the Rolls Royce, so just so well done. And if you go to the show and have a look over one, they're faultless. They're beautiful. And Rodney and Wes and the team just put in such effort to keep it like that. They're very hands-on, like most of us. Most of the family like that. They're going to be hands-on.
Yeah.
They're all carting them to the.
Oh, there you go. There's a little ferry around to the show there. Yeah.
So,
right, so this is kind of the start of that whole kind of town concept.
Yeah. So Riviera's got
everything's all in this location.
So service yard, and then here we go. Here's the boat works. So Riviera got a little yard there. So there's service yard, and around that we do some work for them with the bigger boats now.
Right. Yeah.
Because you've got the big lift. Here's our Superyacht basin as you go through. Did you want to go in and around that? Or down the river further?
Take us wherever you like.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see it all. That's awesome. So go a little bit more into this this lift out. What's the capacities, the tonnage, capability?
The one there now is 100-ton, and that's got the retractable beam, so it can go out for wide catamarans and so on.
Right, nice. So
the 300's in the shed over there, poking its nose out back there.
Yeah,
so straight ahead's the customer lounge. That's all done up. They can set up. They have meetings and so on. We've got a crane pad here, so it's really close to unload stuff, or for refit stuff. Take electrics off the top or domes.
Yeah, yeah.
As we go around.
Yeah, that should be perfect. Now everyone will be able to see it all.
And there's our 3 cafes, little Kokomo behind all these boats. You can't see the cafes. The boats block them out.
Yeah.
We even got a couple of big ones out of the water. I don't know if you can see that on camera. There's an Ocean Alexander behind us out of the water.
Just up on the dock there.
We ran out of space, so we just started taking up the car park.
Yeah. And so the important thing there is you've got a range of lift outs. You can do the tonnage. You can deal with the multi-hulls. That's the.
It's a big thing. The range is big. Yeah, we might have a tenant that goes, I need this boat out. You know, just say it's a brokerage, and they go like, oh, the guys come up, we need to get this boat out. And we're like, bang, yeah, we can do it. We'll do it. we'll just make it happen.
Yeah, fairly short notice. Like you're doing that many that.
Yeah.
What more isn't
And the
too much
boys,
of a big deal.
if they will stay back if they got to stay back and do it. We'll just
crack on. And get it done. Nice.
Our number one thing is you've got to look after customer. I always say you got to treat people how you like to be treated.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It's a simple term.
It's funny as well with so many people being boaters. People get it. People really get it. Like, all right.
Okay, so I'm going to turn this. So here's our in-water shed.
Perfect. And we'll look back onto that. That'd be great.
So there's 100 metres of marina there. There's nearly 80 metres of shed. So there we go there, all undercover.
Nice. So you can then do quite a lot of work without needing to lift it out.
Rain,
go through that whole process. Yeah.
A good thing of that, when you got it all tented up, what they call tented up, when you're painting, doing bits and pieces to obviously encapsulate it.
Yeah.
With a roof over you don't have the heat.
Right. So just for the guys working on the boats, so
all the
much
roofs,
nicer,
that's all insulation panel. It's not tin.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing. And when it rains, it's that stops the rain obviously as well. So I'm just going to go down here.
And there's quite a lot of risk associated with lifting out, right? Like if it's avoidable, there's a bit of cost there. There's a little bit of risk. So do people like keeping it in the water, or is it a very small risk anyway?
Most of the times lift out to do anything underneath the waterline. So now we can do everything above the waterline without lifting out. Like it might come in, it's hit something, or there's some paint work where it's not due to be lifted out. So they'll do it all. So it saves time.
Right, it's just not needed. So like one less thing to do. So happy days. Yeah. Tent it up, get it done quick.
Tent it up, get it done, and it's done. As we come down.
God, it's a nice place to be as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. So this is Boatworks North, and in between us we've got a road called Beatty Road, and that's we've got Boatworks South. So the original yard was this south yard. Yeah. And this has just been built within the last couple of years, this north yard. Yeah.
Is that similar size, like doubling capacity?
Yeah, basically same. So when Tony purchased that, it was just full of like old
cow paddock or something, wasn't it? Like a farm or something.
Wrecked. There was containers, people living in the ground in containers. It's pretty wild.
Get rid of that.
It was like the Wild West on that side. A lot of brokerage in here as well. So we're going down. Travel lift bay's on the. I'll do a spin around here. Travel lift bay's on the right.
Yeah. And so, what kind of boats turn up? Because we're going through seeing all sorts from race boats, big,
all of
small,
these. Every boat here we lift out of the water.
Right.
So you got your multi hulls, just your normal cruisers. You got different yachts, cruising yachts. A lot of cruising yachts come out. A lot of cruising catamarans.
Yeah.
There's a lift bay, another lift bay in there.
How many lift bays are there in total?
1, 2, 3. Well, there's 3, but this one lifts 2. Like they're split, so there's the 70 and the 100.
Yeah.
And that's the sea lift bay there, the big wide boat ramp, so they can get the catamarans out of that.
Right.
It's out somewhere working, which they should be doing. And as we run down here now, it gets towards the end of it. I'll do a bit of a spin. You'll get. So the marina's a kilometre long. It's got 150 berths up to 70 metres. So the biggest berth's just over 70 metres.
And do people just come along just for berthing? Like forget the power?
Yeah, sometimes when they got to get out. Like Sanctuary Cove, a lot of people come from Sanctuary Cove as well. They had to move out for the boat show, so we try and help them. We've got this thing in line with Sanctuary Cove that when...
Yeah, it's all very friendly. It's help out. There's plenty of boats knocking about, so we dig in and...
Yeah, bring them out, look after them and their costs, bring them out. They do all their works in this time
for the 2 weeks. Yeah.
And then squeeze them in the berth. So here's another happy customer coming out. Nice boat. So we're nearly up to like this. What are we doing now? There's a couple of thousand boats out, and then we've got all the different movements and so on. So it doesn't stop.
And that's the key point as well. Like, it doesn't stop. Like, is it every month of the year there'll be work available here? They're always here. It's constant.
We're 6 days a week. So the boys will come in. We've got crew for Saturday as well. So There's never a boring day, I'm telling you here.
Yeah, apparently not. Apparently not.
And you got so many people here. There's never issues. No, people are not arguing. It's not like that. It's really good.
Yeah.
Like, 99% of boaties are good.
Yeah, and it's
not.
I suppose here it's reflected in the the customer side and captains and crew you got to look after, the owners and everything, but also the workers, the team around them. They're probably boating themselves on the weekend.
Yeah.
Might not be as big.
Like the biggest.
It might be bigger. Who knows? But they just love boating. Yeah.
Our tenants are awesome. They just look after and they do what they've got to do. There's some really good trades in here.
Yeah.
Some good businesses.
Yeah. And so looking forward, is there expansion plans? What's the plan over the next few years?
No, Tony says he's going to stop building, but he always comes up with something.
He's always said that.
But a lot of the major stuff's done now. So the in-water shed was his. We did 4 undercover hardstand spots, the back part of the property, and around that we've got a little bit of land there, but we're storing some brokerage boats there, which we need to have in the business as well. So pretty much now we just go for it.
Yeah. All right, awesome. Thank you very much for the tour, Shane. That's
easy, mate.
That's much appreciated.
Just make sure you give me a yell when you're over here, and I can maybe show you something else, because you just asked if he built anything else, and we'll see what happens.
No, sounds good.
Look,
No,
that wasn't there last time. Oh, that's right. You said you stopped building.
I thought you were going to stop. Where did that come from? Yeah. No, that's awesome. Everybody, if you found this insightful, make sure you're following here to see plenty more insights like this. All being well, we'll see you very soon. That's Boatworks.
Thank you.
We'll see you very soon. Bye. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Ben Taylor Podcast, the home of marine industry insights. We'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.